Hey everyone, Commander Necrovarius here with kind of another spin-off. This is Elite Dangerous, the game that I absolutely have fallen in love with. And I forgot that I don't have a drink here with me to snack on whilst I fly because, well, I guess flying and drinking would be a bad thing. Don't fly and drink. It's bad for you. Anyways, let us get down to it. So Elite Dangerous is a space simulator game. This is not a series in any way, shape, or form. I don't plan on making this a series at all. But right now we are in the cockpit. Oh, yeah, butthead. We are in the Okay, hold on. That's being annoying. We are in the cockpit, there we go, of my ship in a base. We're in a starport. Ackerman Market in my Cobra. And I can look around my cockpit as much as I want. There's bright lights. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. There we go. So what are we in right now? We are in my Cobra Mark III, which is my pirate ship. Let's go to outfitting and take a look here. Oh my, look how beautiful it is. This is my baby. I have put so much time and effort into this machine right here. Just to go over a couple things, this is outfitted for single ship combat. This is not group combat whatsoever. Let's take a look at our hard points on here. For anybody who plays this game, awesome, go you. Feel free to talk to me some point. But we have Class 2 hard points on the top of the ship, right in front of the cockpit. These are outfitted with 2C, so Class 2, and then C is the rating, so it goes from E to A, I believe. But these are 2C plasma accelerators. I have two of them up front. They're the shield stripping, heavy damage stuff, and then on the bottom I have cannons, which I had multi-cannons, which are pretty much just Gatling guns. Excuse me. But I figured I'd do these instead, because I do want to get these upgraded through the engineers. That's a topic I'm not going to talk about right now because I don't know much about them. Anyways, for core internals, if you're looking at this, a 4A power reactor, a power plant, which down here gives me these 15.6 megawatts. And the reason I'm looking down here, just so you know, is because that's where my little camera shows up, so I'm looking at myself to see how stupid I look. Anyways, a 4A power plant gives me 15.6 megawatts. I have 4B thrusters, which I could get that going more, because that'll make my ship way more maneuverable. It's not really necessary right now. A 4A frame shift drive, a 3D life support, so that's the lightest one to help me carry my ship farther. And then a 3A power distributor, which is critical. And I'm not going to get into the math or anything like that, because I don't know the math. And the 3A, I don't even need the 3A sensors. But I have them in there anyways. Optional internals, those are the core. Optional internals, I have a couple cargo racks, 4A shield generators at the top of the line, a frame shift drive interdictor for pulling people out of frame shift, or super cruise as they call it. So while they're flying at super speeds, I can pull them out, hold them at gunpoint, if you will, and tell them, hey, give me your stuff or else you die. Hatch breaker limpet, so I can break open their cargo hatches, and then a hull reinforcement package. I could swap that out actually for a collector limpet instead and see how that goes. That's something I might experiment with later. But that's pretty much what I got. And then utility mounts, if I want to look at it, I have a manifest scanner so I can scan their cargo bays, and then I have a point defense system to stop missiles and stuff. Anyways, let's get to flying. So as I said, this is a space sim, and this is for the people who don't know what this game is. Like I said, I fall in love with the game, and I really want people to know what this game is all about. And there's so many things to it. So right now, like I said, I'm in Ackerman Market, which is under Federation control and is held by Adele's Armada, which is actually a player-owned group as well as an NPC group. So the players are known for Adele's Armada. It's under the control of Zachary Hudson, so it's an exploited system. He's exploiting it. He's kind of a corrupt guy. And then it shows my balance of money up there. So there's many different ways to make money in this game. I could be a trader. I could be a bounty hunter. I could be a pirate. I could be a passenger liner. I could be an explorer. I can be a miner. I mean, there's so many things I could do. But let's get into the action, because you didn't come here for an explanation of the game. You came here for action, I'm assuming. So let's return to the surface. Select that. That'll bring the trolley down and move my platform forward. And we get to see the greatness. And this is me moving the camera, of course. This is not the game itself. We get to see the greatness of the station that I'm in. Oh, she's beautiful. Oh, look, a ship just landed over there, too. That looks like I think that's an orca. Yeah. This is what makes this game great. And you can hear little things in the background of like station noise. Like, oh, here comes a ship coming in right there. I think it's is that a ship coming in? Maybe not. Maybe it's going out. I don't have radar up, so I can't see. Yep, there it is right there. But yeah, you can hear little things coming out. And that's an NPC ship. It makes it look so much easier to land. But the station says stuff like, hey, you know, be careful, don't speed, or, you know, if you block the slot, you're going to get shot at. But let's get on out. Let's see if we can launch here real quick. Let me just turn down my capacitors real quick and make sure there's nobody else here. Okay. So I'm controlling my ship completely. Oh, I'm going way too fast. And I probably just cut somebody off. I don't see anybody on the radar. But yeah, you have a full rotation. There's the sun of the solar system there that we're in. We have full rotation of our camera. We can look around. Eventually we can get a co-pilot, which would be really cool. That's not in the game yet. But I'm just going to do a quick turn around here. Let's kill my speed. Wait for that to come down. And do a 0-point turn. There we go.
Federal flight control now offline. Till next time, Commander.
We're going to turn back around real quick and get mask locked again, because we're going to be in the no-fire zone. There we go. And we're just going to fly by the station that I just went by, because the station, the detail in these stations are just beautiful, which is one reason you can really get into this game. Now, there's another game out there that's still coming called Star Citizen. It's supposed to be like 10 times better.
Steady traffic in this area, Commander. Be vigilant.
So what this station is, I don't know, it's a ring station, but if you look, oh, I just want to make sure I'm not getting hit by that arm there. Yeah. If you take a look, we can actually come in here real quick and fly along with it, but you can see there's like civilization inside of this, which I think is just, that's a piece of detail you just don't get to see, you know? Awesome. Well, if you look on the radar there, see that little square, that hollow square? That's another player. So there are people here. We're in kind of a beginning area. So once I get away from this station here, I'm actually going to do a little bit of pirating and see if I can get some bounty out there. I'm going to look, first of all, I'm going to look for people who are wanted. Okay, we're not masked. Let's jump into Super Cruise here real quick. I keep looking for a glass to drink from. I got nothing to drink, so that sucks.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
So as you may have seen earlier, I have these panels off to the side that help me out. So if I hit my number 1 button, I can go over to this one panel. This is my navigation panel, and I can actually see if I see any contacts in this area, and I can still turn my ship and stuff like that. At least I can move it up and down and turn it, but I can't, you know, like roll or anything like that. It's funny, I don't actually see anybody here. Let's head to the, let's head towards the star here real quick. So each system you jump to has a star. At least one, if not more than one. Oh, there's a person. Let's see. So that's an NPC. That's a Python. We don't want to mess with that. He's actually a Fed. So we're going to stay clear away from him, because once I start doing what I do, I'm going to become wanted, and at least the Dell's Armada doesn't like pirates. I found that out the hard way last time. So far nobody else is here. I suppose we could head to the nav beacon and see how that goes. And I suppose there's no ring systems here, is there? Unregistered comm beacon. They have a conflict zone. We could go there. Some more conflict zone. They have some belt clusters for mining. Bunch of different stations here. Yeah, okay. What's the closest thing? I don't really know where I want to go. Do I want to go to the? There's a nav beacon, I'm sure, up by the star here. Oh, we're actually really far away from that star. Or I could go somewhere else. There's a conflict zone. We could try our hand at fighting. Where's this at? Oh, there it is, right there. Go me. So you can see on this, when I select the conflict zone, it's a high intensity conflict zone. It'll actually tell me the distance, and if you look down here, it'll tell me how close and how slow I had to be going before I can actually like hit the brakes and jump into the instance. Because if I'm going too fast, don't forget the liners in top. Oh, if I go too fast, I'll overshoot it, or I won't be able to jump out safely in enough time. Now I'm recording this, and I don't know how that's going to affect gameplay because I like frames. I like smooth frame rates. So this is a 144 hertz monitor, and I really like that on this because it's nice and smooth, and I don't really see any problems with it so far. This is something that's kind of cool. This is just to give the system life. There's a cruise ship in the area that broadcasts on the local channel, which I think is kind of cool. But we're coming up to this planet here, and we're gonna take a look at this conflict zone real quick, and we should be slowed down enough by the time we get there. We have to be less than 1 megameter per second, as well as close enough as less than 1 megameter out before we can jump in. And we hit our speed. If you see down there, it turned blue, so that's good. We hit our speed requirement. I'm just gonna get ready to hover over this. So once we get under 1, we'll be able to jump in. There we go. You'll see safe disengage ready, and we will hit the J button. There we go. Now we should have a bunch of contacts here. Yep. So they're all behind me, it looks like. Oh, there's another player here. He's in a vulture. I really don't want to mess with that guy. In fact, he's right there. Let's pull out our hard points and see how he's doing. No, he's pretty good. We're just gonna leave him be. I don't want to mess with him. Aravet Life Service is what he's fighting for, it looks like. So let's take a look and see who we can choose the faction. So we're going to choose Aravet Life Services as well, which is going to turn a lot of people red to me, which means I got to start fighting. And I'm going to start fighting smaller things. Here's a vulture. We'll hit that thing up first. Okay, so we got my plasma accelerators out. We're actually going to take out capacitors for engines and put them into my weapons instead. Fire off some cannons at them. Let's get a little bit closer here. These are gimbaled, I think. Maybe not. As he's way too far out. I thought they were gimbaled. Yeah, they are. There we go. So we got a hit off on him.
Target shields online.
Nah, he's gone. Yeah, I didn't get anything for that. I only hit him once. These cannons are really fickle. There's a bunch of loot here too, but I'm more into it for the money right now. We're gonna get another target here and see if I can chase him down. Now the good thing about this ship is it's fast. It's got a 400 some odd boost kilometers per second, which is really good. 421 I think it goes to. So we're getting closer and we're in range. I'm gonna give weapons powers back. And we're going to piss him off a little bit and see if we can get around him. So we're going to cut my speed down a little bit and get right behind him. See if we can launch one, see if it'll hit. Probably not.
Under attack.
And he's got chaff too. So he's going to hit me back. He's got a chaff launcher, which throws out heat. So that'll take any gimbaled weapon that I have that tracks him. And I'll lose him for that. Now he's kind of a far ways away, but he's coming right at me for some stupid reason. So I'm going to slow down and see if I can get right on him, even though I don't think I can. And it looks like this vulture is right here with me too. I missed him, I think. Yeah. We're going to keep just hitting him real quick. There we go. There's a hit. We're just trying to get in on here. He's chaffing me again. Oh, I missed him. It's been a while since I fought with this setup before. There we go. We need to stay behind him because if we get in front of him, we're screwed. And it looks like he might have... Yeah, he's doing a 0-point turn. Let's get on the other side of him. The music in this game is awesome too. I freaking love every bit of it. But he's chafing and chafing. Wow, I keep saying that. He's launching chaff. I don't think I actually have a chaff launcher. But I'm trying to get around him, and it looks like that somebody else is fighting him. I don't know what that is, but we're gonna call it good. And just get behind him and just keep nailing him with this. I'm glad somebody else is fighting with me, because if they weren't, I'd be screwed. There we go. So he's down to 4% if you see on the left-hand side there. His shields are back up, which means we need to hit him hard now. He's dead. There we go. He's dead in the water. 28,000 credits. Beautiful. So there's all these things floating around here as well. I could technically just go around here and pick them up, because that's kind of what my job is. I'm actually thinking of doing that because I don't really want to spend a ton of time fighting here. So we're gonna take away my my things there, and we're just gonna go. Oh, these are way far out there. Let's pull out my cargo bay here. Let's cut my speed. And this is far enough away from the battle where I shouldn't have any problems. And if you see in the lower left here, you'll see a crosshair and a little like nugget in the middle of it. That is what my cargo bay sees, and I need to be lined up directly with that in order to pick it up. Now the problem is if I go too quick and I'm outside, there's a speed restriction on that that's so fast that the cargo thing can pick it up at, or else it's just gonna destroy it or miss it. There we go. Now the thing with this is, if you're trying to be a pirate, as of right now, before it was a lot easier, but as of right now the response rate for the feds and police are like really, really high and fast. So like you get their shields down, you start pumping cargo out of them, they know, and they're there by then. So we're just gonna pick up a couple of things here. Good enough. We'll hit our home button again.
Cargo scoop retracted.
Anything good? Oh, these are all materials, I think. Yeah, these are things for some. They're for the engineers. Let's do a quick flyby real quick here. What's that? That's another vulture. Is he down? I don't see our other player here anymore. See, these are these big ones here. Like that's a python, I think. That one's worth a lot of money. I don't really want to tick off a vulture though, just because. And he knows to. Oh, that's shit. All right, we're out. Now that my shields are down, I don't want to fight. Because once those shields go, I am vulnerable. So we're just gonna keep strafing here until my shields rebuild. I'm actually gonna jump out of here. I have enough hull to still fight him, but there's no reason to at this point.
Frameshift drive charging.
So we're just going to escape from the battle here. He's probably going to forget me, honestly. We're going to put all the power back into system, which is my shields.
1. Engage.
And that's all down there. A little bit of lag spike there. Wow. It's a good power distributor when your shields come that fast up. Okay. Is there anybody here that I want to hunt down? There's a Sidewinder. Holly Smith, no. Any player begins with Commander, CMDR. Like this guy, Captain Nepero. Is he wanted? No. Well, he's in my sights, so we're going to take him out. We're not going to take him out. We're going to pull him out of Super Cruise, threaten him a little bit. If he's got any cargo, we're going to take it. If not, we're just going to let him go. That's just that's just what I do as a pirate. There's no sense in mindless killing. Unless he fires on me first. If he shoots at me first, because I will give him time, I will say, hey, I have a little thing that I'll go into the chat box and I'll hit a macro that I have, type it up and say, hey, submit to scan. If you don't, don't worry, I won't hurt you as long as you submit to scan, essentially is what I'm saying. And what I'm doing is I'm scanning his manifest. There we go. Let's take him down. Come here, little guy. You can't run from me. Yes, I know. Oh, he's a fighter, isn't he? He is a fighter. My ship's a lot bigger and a lot more nimble, so there's nothing you can really do. There we go. So this is gonna happen quick. Oh, and I hit him. It looks like he's complying with me. He stopped completely. We'll see what happens here. So we scanned his manifest. Oh, we gotta hit 2. We're gonna tell him to drop the silver. Well, I need him to drop it before the feds show up.
Frameshift charge detected.
Oh, hell you do.
Frameshift charge detected.
You ain't going anywhere, buddy. Nope. He tried to run.
Target destroyed.
Feds are here. Let's get going. First mission, dude, my ass. Come on. Don't even try to pull that shit on me. That's what you get. That's what you get. That wasn't a mindless killing.
Frameshift drive charging.
Get the hell out of here before the feds catch me. He tried to run.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
He tried to run. Soon as you try to run, you're gone. I don't give a damn. So we have somebody else here, it looks like. We have that ASP Explorer again. Oh, wrong button, sorry. So, we're gonna get out of here, just because Wanted Signal brings in bad company. We're gonna head back to Cremain, which is my stomping ground. Sorry to whoever that commander is, if you're watching this. You tried to run away. The fact you tried to run away ticks me off.